We were told by the securities that we need to get out. And, he kept emphasizing because everyone was literally leaving the building and we didn't understand why. And because we didn't have electricity and water in our building, we decided to go to one of our friends next door, the UN. So we were actually occupied a house with all the UN staff. In total, it was about 6 of us. And yeah, so the securities kept saying, guys, you need to leave. And they also got confirmation. So what we decided to do, we decided to leave then because everyone had left in our street. And I must say it was a horrific experience. It's really bad out there. The RSF are really violent. They asked for our passports and everything, but we didn't have our passports because our passport was taken by our school so they could process our exit visa because we're supposed to leave on the 7th of May for the summer holidays, as we all educators. So yeah, but luckily we had them on our phones and all that, and the UN staff, they had their passports. So I think, yeah, they just looked at that, but it was really horrific. We got Sudanese drivers to get us out. Right now we are currently at the Rotana, and the UN is willing to host us for the night, but tomorrow we need to make a plan as into where we'll go because they're evacuating more of their staff.
Well, and as we've indicated that the fiercest battles between the army and the rapid support forces have been raging around the capital of Khartoum. The two previously allied forces have been engaged in a violent power struggle over the past 6 days. More than 330 people have been killed. Some South African professionals are caught between the current war and unending bomb blasts that have been taking place. Pierre Rousseau and his wife Charmaine are currently in the Omdurman, a town close to Khartoum. They have been stuck there in their apartment for the past 7 days. Pierre speaks to us now via Zoom. Pierre, good morning to you, and thank you so much for making time for us. Just tell us about the situation that you and Charmaine are currently in and what you have noticed with the people around you as well.
Good morning. Yes, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, we've been indoors or mostly indoors for the past 7 days with a lot of gunfire and artillery barrages going on, airstrikes. So it's been quite intense. The biggest problem for us currently is that most people are running out of food. Water is very intermittent from the local supply. Diesel is low, and that is just exacerbating the situation. We've got some Indian expats in the same building, and they only arrived on, when was it, last Thursday, the day before, or Friday, the day before the fighting started. And they unfortunately didn't have much in the way of food or anything. So we've been trying to assist them, and just the local people in and around our neighborhood are really going through a tough time.
Yeah. And how far is the town of Omdurman from Khartoum?
We're just across the Nile River, so we're about 5 kilometers from downtown Khartoum.
Yeah. And from where you guys are at, are you able to hear the sounds of the rattling bullets and gunfire as well as the bomb blast?
Yes, certainly. The heaviest fighting has been in Khartoum, but there have been a number of clashes in our area because the local national TV broadcast center is in Omdurman, and there's been a battle to take over that.
Yeah, and then you also mentioned the issue around trying to find food and so forth. We heard from the United Nations that around 16 hospitals that were closed down earlier on when we spoke to our reporter in the area. She said that that number had increased to around 36 hospitals that are not operating. What's the situation like where you are at?
Our apartment block is actually next to a hospital, and it's been closed for the last couple of days. So that really is a pity. People don't have any place to go if they're injured or sick or anything. So really a terrible situation.
Yeah. And then for you as well as Charmaine, are you guys trying to come back to South Africa at all? Have you been in contact with the embassy?
Hi there. Yes, we are on a SAFAS group, we call ourselves SAFAS, and they are in touch with the lady that is assisting. At this stage, I believe that the airport is badly damaged, so they really don't know at this stage how to evacuate anyone. And it is really a concern now. And, you know, seeing it from a distance, and just really my heart go out to the people in Khartoum, where I know the things that we are seeing on the broadcasting stations are real. That is happening. It's close to us, but last night, after supposed to be a 72-hour ceasefire, that never happened. I mean, it kept me awake the whole night, from 12 o'clock till I haven't slept much. So it was just bombing, and you could hear the bullets pass the window. And I just really feel for the people.
Yeah, I can totally understand just the emotions around it. And of course, this is heart-wrenching, Charmaine. But what was the last communication that you had with the South African officials who are trying to repatriate some of you, as well as now that there is the 72-hour truce that has been declared?
Maybe you can answer that.
Yeah, we've had feedback that they've received all our details. And in the last hour, there's been a little bit of feedback from the embassy, but nothing in terms of evacuation or contingency plans or anything of that sort. But we are hopeful.
Yeah, you just spoke about having to assist other people, Pierre, who are coming into the area. You spoke about the Indians as well who have arrived there and having to assist them. How much food do you guys still have available? How much longer would whatever supply you have available be able to last you?
Well, I guess it depends on how hungry I get, but I think we have for a couple of days. But you know, I think we're in a fortunate position that we actually still have some food left, because we haven't been able to get to the shops. As I say, in the last 7 days, we personally are still okay for a couple of days, but people around us aren't.
And if you can make an international plea right now, Pierre and Charmaine, what would that be?
Well, I think the first thing would be to implement a ceasefire, you know, so that the injured people can be treated, the expats can be evacuated, and if you know, just people get the local Sudanese people out of the combat zones. I think that's the most important one. And then, of course, lasting peace is the answer.
Yes, complete peace. That's it.
Sorry, Charmaine, just say that again. We lost you there.
I just said it's for complete peace, really. Yeah. This is so unnecessary. Yeah.
Complete peace. As we conclude the conversation, yes, quickly, just tell us how long you have been in Sudan for, and if you're comfortable with sharing also what type of work it is that you're doing in the country.
I've been here since September of last year, and we are busy setting up a new business here. Together with a local conglomerate of companies or group of companies. It's a beef project with a processing plant to add value to the Sudanese cattle industry.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Pierre Rousseau and his wife there, Charmaine, hope that you guys stay safe, and hopefully the embassy would be in contact with you. That is Pierre Rousseau and Charmaine there in Sudan. They are part of 59 South Africans who have contacted the embassy, who are in Sudan, who want to make their way home. And of course, now that there has been this 72-hour truce for a ceasefire, that has been confirmed. Hopefully the airways would now be open to allow for the expatriation of some of these people, and of course some foreign nationals who don't live in Sudan. Germany has also been trying to extract some of their citizens in the country, and we're also being told that the airports are not operating at all because of the hostilities that have been going on now for the past 6 days.